Never has this landscape, or wherever you may be, been so important than it has this year. So nature, if you see out there the unforgiven land as we enter the winter months, that there for me is the soul, the heartbeat of motivation. You see what that represents and what nature around yourselves represents, whether you live in a city or you live out in the wilderness. It's the same. It represents the recharging of the soul of the motivational mind. How many of you have been to a lake, a river, if you live in a city, a park, and said, oh, that was just a bit different, that was nice. It was just nice to be there for a couple of hours, it really chilled me out. That's because you're recharging your soul. That is very important in everyday life. Now this unforgiving land is not so barbaric at the moment, but it can be. And that's when I really, really love to be in it. Because it reminds me just how volatile as human beings we really are. In the safety of your room, apartment, house, with the heating whacked on, feet up, watching TV and watching your best soap operas. Yeah, it's nice. Everyone likes to do it. But you have to take yourself out of that box every once in a while. You have to remove that false life and give yourself the reality. The reality is nature. And nature is there for us to reboot ourselves mentally. Never has this landscape, or wherever you may be, been so important than it has this year. Whatever you've been through in your life, I think we can all agree that 2020 is not the most rememberable year probably in your life. Or whether it's pushed on other thoughts of which you had, or other things that have really made you feel down in life, and this year has brought about more sadness and made you think about those things more. There's one huge positive from it all, that us as humans, we have to grab this moment and push forward, not just for ourselves, but we have to understand that for our fellow humans, left and right, and I say left and right of us because I use that term from a military perspective as a brother and sisterhood. We grab each other and say, hey, let me give you a lift over that wall, or hey, let me give you a hand up as you climb that steep slope down there, because I'm your brother and I'm your sister. And that's what this channel is exactly about. Remember, if you're now on lockdown like myself, I'm currently working, but if you are on lockdown in your areas or restricted, nature's still there for you, and it ain't going nowhere, and there is no amount of power or person or politician that can take that from you. That is the hope. And remember, the charging of the soul and the heart that nature gives you is a key aspect to change and motivation. Thank you for listening. CTF Motivation. Stay motivated, guys. Keep going and adapt and overcome the philosophy of this great channel. Cheers. Enjoy the view.